lungs. Oh boy. Good evening and welcome to my reactionary video. I'm gonna just lump these two together. Astana 1, Chelsea 3 in the Europa Conference League, and Chelsea 2 and Brentford 1 in the Premier League. I'm lumping together. I'd normally separate these two out, but I'm choosing the lazy route. Like I said, I've done 6 night shifts in a row. As a formal weekend kind of plans and weekday kind of plans, so we say. And that's what I've been left with. Is I am absolutely shattered. I tell you what, you need to do nights out when you can just do 6 nights in a row instead. It really does send you loopy. My goodness me, Sunday was my only rest day, and I woke up thinking it was 1958. Such was the mild delirium I was kind of suffering from. My poor body clock is all over the place. I don't think I'm quite recovered just yet. I'm hoping by Tuesday I can sort that out. But enough of my bodily dysfunctions, both with my neurological, biological clock and my lungs that cannot take a few electronic cigarettes that I said are good value for money. Oh my goodness me. Anywho, I'll talk about the Europa Conference League because it does kind of set us up nicely for what happened against Brentford on Sunday, because my goodness me, the team sheet that I saw against Astana away, and it says probably a lot about our squad depth that we literally sent an under-16 team to that to good old Kazakhstan in Almaty. Lots of youngsters. Of course, you still had the goalkeeper, Renato Vega, and then you had Pedro Neto playing there as well. But a lot of it was just our youngsters, and it was a joy to watch, and they came away victorious. I gotta say, it's a bit of a unique place to go to, all the way up in Astana. It wasn't even in Astana, it was all the way in Almaty, because I remember my friend, who's a Chelsea season ticket holder, saying he had to catch 3 flights, and I just went, 3? How the fuck did he catch 3? I thought maximum 2. You're playing in the capital city, no? Like whatever country you go to, like your capital city, your main sort of airport hub destination, no? And it was the capital, Astana FC. Like, weren't you playing in the capital city? No. They were playing in Almaty, which borders China. Jesus Christ. What a journey that must have been. Bloody hell. Fair play to all the Chelsea fans that went. I know my mate wanted me to go. Thankfully, I was on nights. Thankfully, I was on nights, and I didn't have to travel to minus 16 degrees Celsius. I've had enough of doing minus 16 degrees. I lived in Bulgaria for 6 years. We did minus 20s and 24s in Pleven. I don't need to rekindle those memories anymore in my lifetime, please. I know Britain's cold, but I'm not doing minus 24. Fuck that. I'll take the wind and the rain and the 3 degrees that feel like minus 7 degrees any day of the week, any day of the week. So fair play to all the brave Chelsea away fans that actually went to that game. I salute you guys. As to the play on the pitch, and it's like I said, it says a lot about us that we were literally able to field an entire reserve under 18 team in that competition and still appear comfortable winners, you know. It all was over in midway through the first half, really. Mark Gui with his first goal, that was almost Lionel Messi-esque. Was it against Atletico Madrid, where he was on the right and weaving past players and then shot into the keeper's near post? All right, it wasn't the same at all. Come on, I'm taking the piss here, but, you know, sort of slightly similar. He was on the right little touch line. He just ran away across the entire right back, and he left him for dead, and he blasted it and toe punted it against the keeper's near post. Not quite Messi-esque. Slightly similar, 5% similar, but let's not put it with the same bracket as Messi for Guihi, and he must feel relieved because against Heidenheim, I think he missed like about 20 chances. I'm not even exaggerating. He missed a lot. So to be on the score sheet early on did him a world of good, and then Pedro Neto, again dancing on the right, puts in a ball across for Mark Gui, who, like any good striker, was at the right place, right time, bundled it in for 2-0, and Renato Vega from a corner, simplest of headers, unchallenged, on mark, into the bottom right-hand corner with a solid header. He looks like a unit. I think we might need to utilise him at the right back role and probably shove Levi Colwill to the left back role, I guess. Or will he put Caicedo on the right back when we're out of possession? And I don't know what Maresca will do, but I'll leave that decision to him because so far it's been a masterclass for him. Who am I to suggest tactics to a guy like Enzo Maresca, who's killing it for Chelsea, and we're all enjoying the ride as it comes along. 3-0, and then Astana pull one back by Thomas. So I got to say, that was a solid finish. Outside of the box, pings it off the left post and into the back of the net. But then the second half was a bit, nothing really happened. Held out, 3-1 victors we were. And we stayed top of the league. Refreshing to see. 15 points in the bag, 2 ahead of our nearest challengers, Vitoria Guimarães. Am I butchering that name? I probably am, but one more game to go. Hopefully we beat the mighty Shamrock Rovers on Thursday. They're going to enjoy their night out, the Irish team. They're going to have a field day in London. But hopefully Chelsea get the 3 points, get the maximum tally of 18 points and come top of the league. Sadly, no trophy, but, it's nice to be top of the league for the Conference League. Anyway, I'll smoke to that again. It was quite strange because Chelsea was so far away. They kicked off at 3 o'clock and I'd already done a night shift. By the time I woke up, I'd realised we won the game. I was like, what? What happened? I thought we were playing when I got up at 5 o'clock in the night time. They'd already won by that point because they had to kick off that far early just to get a result in. Make sure that we played on Thursday night. Like I said, 3-1, game done and dusted. And that meant that Chelsea were able to put a complete fresh team out. Having said that, the subs weren't quite the glamorous millionaire subs that we normally have with like Felix and Kunku, Mudryk, or whoever it is that normally sat on Pedro Neto sat on the bench. I think some were down to illness and some were down to injury. It actually looked like a proper reserve substitutes bench. There was it looked a bit worrying, I must admit. It looked a bit worrying from a Chelsea point of view. Every team is going to go through an injury crisis, but they don't have the luxury that Chelsea do, which is play in the Europa Conference League and play a reserve team out. It's not like Liverpool, who actually have to put out a full-strength squad out against all these top European sides. Like, they've had to play grueling matches against bloody Real Madrid, and I don't know who they've played. I'm not keeping up the tabs at the Champions League. I'm following it slightly here and there. I would love to dream of Champions League football next season. Will we get there? I don't know. I'm going to follow the Matisse way of things on his social media account and just, enjoy the ride and ignore people trying to lump us into a title race. Listen, if you're going to put us into a title race, put Nottingham Forrest in the title race, man. They're having a wonderful time. And let's be honest, as a neutral, who would you rather win? We're all fed up of seeing Manchester City winning. Thankfully, they're going through an existential crisis and having a right disaster of state of play as it stands. That their only win coming against Nottingham Forest at home. Absolutely enjoying Manchester City's dismal title defence and unlikely to make it 4 in a row. But let's not put words in just yet, because knowing my luck, ever since I said that, they'll probably go on a 20-match unbeaten run and reclaim the Premier League title. Did I jinx it there? I hope I haven't, but I probably have. Who cares? But if you're going to ask who would you rather want to see apart from Manchester City winning title after title, obviously I'm on Merseyside, so of course Liverpool are going to be very popular choice where I am at right now. Arsenal, God forgive the arrogant fans, fuck off. I ain't having Arsenal bloody winning it. Fuck that. Chelsea, do you want the billionaire bottle jobs winning the league? As a Chelsea fan, please. But like I said, we're not in a title race. We're just enjoying things as it comes along. I think everyone would love to see Nottingham Forrest win the league. That's why I say put them in. They're on a fabulous run. What they did against Aston Villa, the Midland rivals, going 1-0 down in the 80th plus minute, and then 2 very late goals in stoppage time turned the game around. They won 2-1. Gotta give them some credit, man. Gotta give that club some credit, you know. Good old Brian Clough's club, you know. Rest in peace and respect to the man. I just want to see actually with Brian Clough. When did the great legend himself sadly pass? I know it was a while back. Just got to do some quick research. 2004. So if they win the title on, oh come on calculator, sorry. 2025 minus 2004. I can't do maths at the moment. 21 years. If they can do it for his 21st death anniversary, win him a title. Fair play, Nottingham Forest. I would love to see Nottingham Forest win the title. I really do. And they're still in it. Put them in it. I want them in it. I genuinely want them in it. I would love it if Nottingham Forest. I sound like Kevin Keegan there. I would love it if Nottingham Forest win. I would love it. And Nuno Espirito Santo is doing a great job with that team. It's a joy to watch. And good luck. Good luck to them. I wish them all the best, and it'll be good for the city of Nottingham to have the glory days back in again. But as for Chelsea Brentford, 2-1. Finally we beat Brentford, those fucking bastards. 2-1. Dickheads. Having been unbeaten at Stamford Bridge for 3 times. 3 fucking miserable times, you bastards. In fact, I think they've been unbeaten 5 times. 3 wins at Stamford Bridge and 2 draws at their G-Tech Community Stadium. I was genuinely fearful for this game that they were going to make it 4 in a row. You know, I really, really, really was fearful that they were going to make it 4 in a row. And they started off like they did against Chelsea in the previous 3 seasons, you know, just playing very tight at the back and then hitting us on the counter and set pieces. But thankfully, I think Chelsea were a little bit more smarter. They just kept bombing it down the wings as quick as possible and putting in crosses after crosses after crosses, really, you know, testing their 2 centre-backs to clear their header out. And also mixing it up here and there with the occasional long balls where Jackson nearly scored on a half volley. All right, it was kind of, I don't want to say comfortable for the keeper. It's still a good save from Flecken, you know. It was a good save, but one that you would expect him to make, I guess. And then came Madueke's cross from the right. Cucurella, who almost moved like a striker there. Him and his 2024, he's been having a magical fairy tale. Planted a header into the bottom left-hand corner. I'll come on to Cucurella in a bit. This is why I was saying about we need to probably use Renato Vega's fucking stature in a second against Everton away, which I might have tickets for actually, but we'll find out. We'll find out if I get to go to Goodison Park for the last ever Everton Chelsea. We'll come on to that maybe later. But anywho. Where was I? Yes. Now, Cucurella put us 1-0 up, did the little penguin dance, you know. I might as well do the penguin dance myself from now on. Jesus Christ, that was a with bizarre celebration, and even more poor imitation from my behalf. 1-0 we led at half time. But still, it was always uneasy because Brentford are just this funny little team where they can easily get back into things. And you always knew that whilst it stayed 1-0, there was always a chance that they might nick it. And very nearly did. Great play on the right. Carvalho, right place at the right time, sort of buried it. Instead, he buried it so well, it hit the underside of the bar. Thankfully, the follow-up wasn't put in either. Was it by Ethan Pinnock? I can't remember who it was. But tried to acrobatically put it into an empty net. It was a difficult height for him, went into the roof of the net, but Carvalho should have scored that. He really should have scored that. It should have been 1-1. And as Thomas Frank said in his post-match interview, had it been 1-1, they could have gone on to probably win the game. But as such, if you don't take your chances, you just don't score. You just don't score. And what happened at the other end? Counter-attack. We did the number on them instead. We used their tactics against us whilst they were chasing for an equaliser. They pushed men forward. Enzo Fernandez, ball fell kindly to him. He released Nicholas Jackson. And Nicholas Jackson was annoying me at this bloody point because he'd put in a shot over the bar from Jadon Sancho's cutback. It reminded me of that miss against Nottingham Forrest last season when he ballooned it over the fucking bar. I was like, Jesus Christ, have you returned back to default setting? No, he did not. Because this was a harder chance. He had a defender they had to try and beat. He went to the right of him with a few little shimmies and planted a shot at the goalkeeper's near post to make it 2-0. And Sanchez, fair play to him. I keep slating him, but today he was solid. You know, he prevented an equaliser by denying Norgard's volley by tipping it over the bar. He then smothered Mbeumo, and I thought he was going to keep his clean sheet, and a deserved one. But Mbeumo had clearly owns a part of Stamford Bridge. He's not even paying rent. He owns a part of it because this is the third time he scored at Stamford Bridge. Thankfully in a losing cause, but I don't. We're 2-0 up. I don't know why we pushed everyone forward. And one through ball, and Ben was in comfortably, puts it into the bottom left hand corner. No fault at Sanchez at all. It was just our defence. I don't know why they pushed that far forward, but made for an interesting last few minutes. Thankfully, we held on, and I think Brentford, they did a number on Cucurella. Is like, listen, you took the piss, so we're going to get you sent off. I think there was a incident where the free kick was played into our penalty box and Cucurella kind of like ran into Kevin Schade shoulder and fell down, much to the annoyance of Kevin Schade, of course. Schade then, at the final whistle, pushed Cucurella away. He then reacted and gesticulated in a probably not so pleasant manner, and the referee sent him off for poor attitude. That was his second yellow card. Some might argue that his original yellow card, the first challenge he made, was a bit clumsy. Could have been a red. I can see the argument there, to be fair. But you know, he got a second yellow for petulance, and now we're down. We're down a left back. I don't know who's going to fill in there because he obviously told Chilwell to go for a hike, I guess. So who's going to fill in? I don't know who's going to fill in there. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So we're going to be missing Cucurella for Everton away. I suppose that gives him a rest. Or maybe not. Maybe Thingamy-Bob Maresca might punish him by playing against Shamrock Rovers in the Conference League. I have got tickets for that one, actually. I've got tickets for that one, but I'm on duty on Thursday. I won't make it in time from 5. Get a train to London for, say, an 8 o'clock. I won't make it on time. Nope, can't make it. And then I got duty on Friday, of course, so won't be able to make it back in time for work from London to Liverpool. Nope, sadly I can't make it. So I got tickets for that for no reason. And I might have tickets for Everton at Goodison Park, which is practically a home game for me, seeing as I'm on Merseyside shore. So hopefully I can get tickets for that, meet up with my old pal, and we'll have a wonderful time in Liverpool town centre where we will forget the night away. Hopefully my away day curse doesn't continue if I have tickets. I told you, every time I go to fucking Chelsea away, we always fucking lose, and it's pissing me off, man. I thought we'd beat Middlesbrough last season away, and we've even fucking lost that game 1-0. Fuck me. Oh, I don't know what to say. My away day curse continues. I've seen Chelsea in 2 fucking away games that they won. My very first game against Liverpool in 2005 with a Joko deflected shot, and then a wonderful 4-2 away victory against Sunderland in 2011. That's it. The fact that I've seen them play Middlesbrough away and lose, Blackburn Rovers away and lose, Liverpool twice. Well, I've seen Liverpool at Anfield 3 times. One that we've won back in 2005, and 2 that we've lost back to back. God's sakes, is there any game that we can win? Actually, yeah, is there any game that we can win? I don't even know. My presence there, it's gonna be interesting to see if Chelsea can win a game away. I hope that they do, personally, because it would be nice to keep the run going. Like I said, we're not in a title race. I know it's 2 points. I know it's 2 measly points that we're behind Liverpool. But Liverpool have got a game in hand, and we have to, like I said, pretend that Liverpool would have won that game against Everton. So just imagine they're still 5 points ahead. They've still got a comfortable cushion. For Liverpool to fuck up, they need to drop 2 more games, preferably losses, okay? But no, we're not in a title race. We're just enjoying ourselves. We're having some fun. I'm having a smoke and an electronic cigarette. But I'll be honest, it was a good weekend to be a Chelsea fan because Liverpool drew 2-2. Would have preferred them to lose against Fulham. Arsenal dropped points against a solid Everton. So thank you for holding out for a 0-0. Hopefully you survive relegation. And then we got you guys at Goodison Park, where we always lose to fucking Everton at Goodison fucking Park. I fucking hate losing to Everton away. We always lose to Everton away. Let's see if they'll do it. I suppose all Liverpool fans are desperately hoping that their little neighbours can do them a favour. I'm hoping they can do Chelsea a favour. I did promise my Everton supporting mate that if we somehow win the title, I will happily buy him a Moet champagne with a Everton shirt and my name at the back of it. That promise is still there. I've said it twice now in my videos. I said it to your WhatsApp, so the promise is a promise. But please let us win at Goodison Park, please. I beg Sean Dice plays tiki-taka football, all-out attack football, high press. Please, I beg you, don't play that low block and beat us on a bloody counter or set piece. Please, I can't have Dwight McNeil scoring 2 goals from a corner. Please. No, none of that. Come on, give us a nice, solid, easy win. But anyway, that's me done talking about the 2 Chelsea matches from last week. Let's see what happens against Shamrock Rovers at home, and of course Everton away this Sunday. The big one for me. For now, toodaloo. Thanks for watching me rabbit on, and fuck off.